Ductless heat pumps are quiet, efficient, and honestly kind of amazing. So why do so many salespeople still struggle to close the deal? Because they're selling a box on a wall instead of what that box actually does for someone's life. If you're a residential HVAC salesperson, or you own the company and you're still closing deals in the field yourself, this video is going to change how you walk into every single comfort consultation from here on out. I'm going to show you exactly why customers don't care about CR2 or HSPF2 ratings, what they're really buying instead, and I'm going to hand you a simple framework, 1 word, 7 letters, that you can use on your very next appointment to close more deals without ever feeling like a pushy salesperson. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a sales call the same way again. All right, sometimes I like to start with a story. Years ago, when I was still carrying tools every day, I went on a service call for a woman whose furnace had died in the middle of February. We had a cold house, she had cold kids, and she was stressed out of her mind. And you know what she said to me? She didn't say, my AFUE rating dropped, or my heat exchangers cracked. She said, I just want my house to feel like home again. That sentence right there taught me more about sales than any training class I ever sat through. She wasn't buying a furnace. She was buying the feeling of her kids running around in socks instead of those snow boots. Now, let's fast forward to today, and heat pumps are everywhere. Utility rebates, state incentives, all this buzz around decarbonization and going electric. And here's what happens in a lot of these sales conversations. The salesperson walks in loaded up with facts, the CR2 ratings, the HSPF2 numbers, cold climate performance charts. And look, that stuff matters. I'm not throwing it out the window. But if that's where you start the conversation, you've already lost the customer's attention, because their brain isn't processing specs. You see, their brain is processing one question, and it's usually not even spoken out loud. It's, will this fix the way my house feels? Here's a stat that backs this up. Multiple buyer behavior studies, including research cited by companies like Gallup and the folks over at Harvard Business Review, have shown that around 95% of purchasing decisions happen in the subconscious mind. It's driven by emotion first, then it's justified with logic after the fact. That means your customer decides with their gut, and then they use their spec sheet to justify what they already felt. So if you're leading with logic, you're literally talking to the wrong part of the brain first. So what does comfort actually mean to a homeowner? It's not one thing. For some people, it's temperature. No more hot upstairs bedrooms and freezing basements. For others, it's noise. Because, let's be honest, some of those old, oversized, single-stage systems sound like a jet engine taking off every time they kick on. For some, it might be air quality, especially if someone in the house has allergies or asthma. And for a lot of the folks lately, it's peace of mind about their energy bill every month. So comfort's personal. It's different for every single homeowner sitting across from you at that kitchen table. And that's exactly where most conversations go wrong. Somebody walks in, and instead of figuring out what comfort means to this specific family, they run their standard pitch. It's the same slides, the same brochure, the same, here's our 3 systems, which one do you want conversation. See, that's not selling. That's reciting a menu, and customers can smell that from a mile away because it feels exactly what it is, a transaction. It's not a conversation. So here's the problem we've got to solve. How do you shift a conversation away from specs and features and get it locked onto comfort and outcomes without sounding like some fake scripted salesperson reading off cue cards? Because that's the other trap. Trying so hard to be consultative that it comes across just as fake as the spec dumping approach. I've spent years building training for HVAC Design Society, and I've sat through hundreds of ride-alongs and sales calls with techs and salespeople across New England. And the ones who close at a high rate, the ones customers actually refer their neighbors to, they all do one thing the same way. They ask questions before they ever open their laptop or pull out a brochure. They dig into the actual problem first. And I built that process into something simple that you can remember. Because if it's not simple, let's be honest, you're not going to use it on Friday afternoon when you're tired and running behind schedule. I call it the comfort framework. And it's 7 steps, 1 for each letter. C is for connect. Before you talk about a single piece of equipment, connect with the human being in front of you. Ask about their family, their schedule, how long they've lived in the house. This isn't small talk for the sake of small talk. It's building the trust that everything else depends on. O is then for observe. Walk the house and actually look. Where's the thermostat located? Are there rooms nobody uses because they're too hot or too cold? Look at their face when they talk about their utility bill. Their body language is telling you more than their words ever will. M is for map. Take what you're hearing and observing and map it directly to their daily life. Don't say this unit has a SEER2 rating of 20. Instead, say that this means your daughter's room upstairs, the one that's always roasting in July, is finally going to be comfortable enough for her to actually sleep in. F is for frame. Frame the investment around what they get, not what they spend. Nobody wants to hand over like 10 grand, but almost everyone wants a quiet, evenly heated and cooled house that doesn't spike their electric bill. Frame the price around the outcome. O is for offer. Offer them at least good, better, best options. Not because you're trying to upsell them, because people want to choose, not be told. Giving 3 tiered options respects their intelligence and lets them pick the comfort level and price point that actually fits their life. R is for remove. You need to remove the risk. Things like warranties, financing options, maintenance plans, whatever it is, show them you're not just handing them a system and walking away, that you're going to stand behind it instead. And T is for tell. Tell them exactly what happens next. What's the install day going to look like? How long will it take? When do they get their rebate paperwork? See, uncertainty kills deals quickly. Clarity actually closes them. So that's comfort. It's connect, observe, map, frame, offer, remove, and tell. It's 7 steps, and every single one of them keeps the conversation locked on the customer's life instead of your equipment lineup. Here's the moment that really drove this home for me. I watched a young salesperson use this exact process on a heat pump install, and instead of talking about the outdoor unit's decibel rating, he told the homeowner, you're going to be able to have a conversation on your back patio this summer without yelling over your old AC unit. The homeowner's face lit up, and that was the moment, not the number, the picture he painted of her actual life getting better. So here's the bottom line. Customers don't lay awake at night thinking about heat pump technology. They lay awake at night thinking about whether their kid's asthma is going to act up again, or whether they can afford next month's electrical bill, or whether this winter is going to feel like the last one where half the house never warmed up. See, comfort is the product. The equipment is just how we deliver it. If you remember that one thing and build your whole sales process around using comfort, you're not just going to close more deals, you're going to build a business people actually trust and refer to their friends. To get a complete framework for implementing this in your business and evaluating every weak link in your current process, try watching the 15-point HVAC system design audit that shows you exactly where money's falling through the cracks. Thanks for joining me this week at HVAC Pro Blog, where we provide advice for residential system design, quality installation, and system diagnosis. I'll see you soon.